Hello, we are back. We are back with the dictation, excuse me, from the second night. So here we go. Written from dictation made at 1:56 p.m. on January 25th, 2023. So there is so much that I have to say and share about what happened last night. I can't believe what amazing things I saw and experienced and was gifted to learn and to be shown. We did our second ayahuasca ceremony and it was unbelievable. I started with my first cup and sat and waited for that to digest. I went out to sit in the hammock outside because of the experience that I had last night where I slept on the grass and watched the stars and pooped a lot, so wanted to be near the outdoor bathroom thinking that maybe I would have a similar experience. I did the same thing. I brought my bucket outside and went into the hammock. I did not have to poop as much as I did the night before and was fine when I got in the hammock, but then I dozed off and realized I needed to go to the bathroom. So I got up from the hammock and suddenly felt things were different. I was certainly hallucinating and seeing things moving and colors, and it was challenging to walk like I was drunk, but not drunk. I was fully cognizant, although things were moving, and I was trying to move in that space. Eventually, I got inside and got to the bathroom, and everything was covered in a colorful pattern. My friend likened it to a watermark on a photo, and it was similar to that. It was very trippy. I've never experienced anything like that in my life, so I went to the bathroom and made it to my mattress where I laid down and nodded off for a bit, probably not very long. I woke up to the music playing, and it was beautiful. And I saw a meme of boots for sale, Gucci or something. And then they sprouted up into the sky and were covered with colors and vines and beautiful things. Then I realized, oh, I'm hallucinating now. My eyes were closed, and then I realized that the music was not only music, but it was everyone sighing and vomiting and yawning and crying and moaning all in concert. Not everyone, but a lot of people. I realized that it was all part of one song, one whole symphony, and that the whole mesh of it, the whole combination of it, was part of the beauty of humanity. We're all going through different things and struggles, and it all becomes one beautiful symphony, sewn together into an elaborate quilt. As people were throwing up, I was receiving memes of it, and different cool, trippy geometric patterns and shapes. I was going on an amazing journey in my mind like I was flying through a trippy reel on Instagram. It was super cool. It was a fun, wild ride. If someone would vomit and it sounded bad, I would get sent a cute meme to distract me and pull me back into my own journey. I got sent a kitten meme at one point and immediately saw it and said, "Oh, kittens," and decided it was better to stay in my head than pay attention to anything else. So that's what I did. The kitten was meant to protect me from any disturbing feelings. I was soothed and wasn't disturbed by what was happening around me. But then somebody outside was laughing. I met the guy who was really cool, laughing very loudly. And that became contagious in my little area. And I started laughing. And then I guess I laughed too much. And one of the shamans or the helpers came over and told me to breathe. 2:15, January 25th, 2023. So the shaman told me to breathe, and I did, and immediately got back to myself and sat cross-legged on the bed. He gave me a spritz of aromatherapy and said I was doing a good job, and I lay down. I began to see a vision of mushrooms living underground with roots, tree roots, and mushroom roots, and now they had faces on them. They were so cute. They really were. I love them. Their faces on them. And I thought, oh, there's mushroom people living underground. And okay, that's cute. And then I heard the music of a symphony and was given visions of being underground in the root system, and it was beautiful. It was similar to an Avatar experience. If you've ever seen Avatar, that's so beautiful. It was really like that. It's amazing. I was taken through the root system and creation and the foundation of it all and nature. Then I heard a voice. At first it was a very regal accent, like something in Star Wars. And she said, "Now Do you see that we are all connected? And do you see the beauty of what I see? That all of the suffering and all of the joy and the pain and the contrast of it all is what makes it beautiful. How it all flows together to create one amazing creation. And I said, yes. But if you're going to talk to me, you're going to have to be very loud about it. You're going to actually talk. And I'm going to actually have to be able to hear you. So then she started talking to me in my voice and my personality. So I said, it would help if you talk in an English accent because it would seem more official. But she said, that's not how it works. So I said, fine. When we got used to it, it actually became funny and the voice became louder. So I was able to hear it and understand it very, very clearly. She was with me the whole night, and I know she's always with me. It's just unbelievable. My higher self, Pachamama, we're all connected, all the same. I can't put a label on it, but it's all the same thing anyway. It doesn't matter. She took me on a wild journey where we saw some indigenous people a long time ago, and we were looking up at the stars, and an eagle flew over, and then I was flying with the eagle, and then we were flying over cities. She was showing me that we can do anything we want, we can fly. Then she showed me a beautiful light in the sky, but it wasn't the sky, and it wasn't the sun. It was just a beautiful light, and there was an indigenous person on a horse, flying with some amazing crown on. It was pretty cool. And then she said, that's a keeper of the light. And I said, wow. And she said, you're a keeper of the light too. And I said, I am? And she said, you're still not getting it. You're more than that. And it all just faded away like sand. And we were in the stars. And she said, you don't understand. We are the light. We don't control it. We are it. So of course you can control it because we can do whatever we want. We can create whatever we want. It's bigger. You have to think bigger. You can fly with the stars and you can create whatever you want. And you ask for your sinuses to be clear. What are you doing? You don't ask to be a keeper of the light. You ask to create galaxies. You know this, yet you think so small. So I said, thank you. She was right. It was amazing because I got it. At this time, I could hear and feel the divine masculine energy. In the 3D, that energy comes to me through my boyfriend. So I felt him behind me and he kept saying, love, love, love. And that felt really nice. And I was lying there and I could hear people vomiting and suffering. So I asked Pachamama, why all this suffering? I can't laugh, but we're able to hear all this pain and suffering and it just seems all negative. Why can't we hear the positive? She said, well, you are the positive, but you're just laying there. So you can't have the positive if the people who are the light don't do what they're supposed to do. So I said, okay, you're right. And I'm going to sit here cross-legged like a yoga pose and show everyone my light. So I just sat up straight and blasted my light up into the sky so everyone could see it. Just blasted my light. And then I heard someone outside start screaming, wow, wow. I don't know if that had anything to do with what I was doing, but I thought it did, so I kept doing it. It was encouraging and it felt so good. She said, you need to shine your light because these people need to see something positive in all the suffering, and you're part of that. So you're helping them, and you're helping the helpers because they also need to see your positive light because they need encouragement and they need your energy so they can share your energy and replenish their energy so that they can help others. Next video. Woo, bright light.